So again, yes, again, it's Miss Eclectic for my dark light community. Hello, everybody. So let's sit down and talk about your posture and what it actually does for you. So while I've been working, I've always known this for a while, but I noticed that it's still happening all over again. And with people not coming in because of all of this pandemic going on and stuff, it's just getting worse. People need to kind of understand more about their posture. So, if you sit there and you're like, and you have your shoulders hunched up because of anything from stress or anxiety or whatever, that creates knots. Those knots, I know, and I have a bra too, and that also helps with like this trigger point. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember what this trigger point is. It is an acupressure or an acupuncture point. Acupressure, because I kind of fuck with acupressure more. So this acupressure point and this trigger point is usually the vortex where a lot of people get their knots, and these knots are like, and I always have to work on them on you guys. Always, always, always. I am also I'm also in the same boat. I have knots there too, so it's not like I'm sitting here like I'm better than you guys, because I'm not. Even I acknowledge I have like fucking knots everywhere. So, I don't know. I mean, I could sit there and get into a conversation about that, but first let's talk about posture. So, when you sit there and you have bad posture, it actually creates this thing in your spine. And the thing that really gets me is the hunchback thing. Like, I really hate when people are sitting there and not only are they doing their shoulders so that it creates knots in their shoulders, but then they're doing this and they're doing this, probably because they're working on a computer. And so what ends up happening is that in the part where your shoulder blades are and you're sitting there hunched over that way, you will create a spot in your spine where you will start getting this kind of like hump that develops. And that hump is actually because of like the spine being out of sorts because your posture is so messed up and you're doing the same repetitive movement, that the spine will start to try to create a cushion to help. And so it starts deforming itself with calcium deposits. And so the calcium will start to go along the spine and along like basically the spine and any kind of bones that are being affected by your posture being so slouched over. So when you come to me, I end up seeing like that hunch, and it's either at the base of the neck where you're like always looking forward, or it's the base of the neck and the shoulder blades, or even just the shoulder blades because of how you're hunched over as far as your posture. And that just has to do with the back alone and the upper back. So what's the best way to kind of manage that? For one, maybe getting a Spanx, one of those that like goes over your bra and it looks like a shirt and it just pushes the girls out and it keeps everything nice and tight like a toiga, so that when you're on the computer, you're not sitting there going forward because the shit is pushing you back. Another thing is to tighten the titty muscles. I'm sorry, but your pecs are going to help as far as your posture. So if you're having problems in one area, you want to counteract the opposing muscles in order to kind of bring that shit back and to bring balance into the body itself. So it's kind of something to be mindful. I know that there are a lot of people that are like, oh, well, the doctor says I have to do this procedure, that procedure. And I'm like, it's calcium buildup. Like, what the hell? Like, turn around and flush it out of you. Like, don't sit there and get to a point where, I have to turn around and get cut up and stuff. And it's just like, it's posture, baby. It's posture. Like, always, always, always consider a second opinion. It's not like I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, I know more than freaking doctors, but it's just like, certain things are just kind of not common. I mean, I don't know. If you don't understand it, then yeah, it doesn't make sense. But then if you don't sit down and you don't consider it, then that's kind of a disadvantage for you too. And you know, doctors, I mean, I hate to say it, but a lot of them are kind of in for their own pocket. It do what it do. And they're not going to sit there and try to like educate you properly into, oh, well, you're just fucking up on your posture. Go turn around and hit the gym, bitch. Like, stop being stop being fat, lazy, and stop hunching over shit, and go take care of yourself. Like, it doesn't, yeah. So I don't know, I might sit down and try to talk more about stuff like this, try to educate people. I know it's just like not really common knowledge, and honestly, I hate how like our medical industry tries to make money off of you guys being idiots, so it'll do what it do. But yeah, kind of sit down and pay attention to your posture, everybody, because that would really turn around and help as far as everything is concerned. And a lot of our regular day-to-day medical issues that we have are just because we're not using our bodies right. So, Miss Eclectic, trying to give everybody some kind of knowledge and information in this mug as a high priestess, as a massage therapist, as practitioner of energy and everything else. Take care, y'all. Bye.